What's good with it, in the hood with it? Welcome back to the Collective Clips, where you already know we get it in. But before we get it in, let's hit that like and subscribe button. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directed in the direction of the dope content I'm kicking. And I highly appreciate it, right? Thank you guys so much. We're going up on this channel and I'm very humbled, and it's all because of you. You ready? Let's go. Welcome back to another episode of the Collected Clips, and we're about to get it in. So I was asked a question yesterday, and I thought, wow, that's a question that I haven't been asked in a while, and I need to touch on that subject because it's been a minute, right? So the homie asked me, hey bro, what happens in the California prison system when someone tries to do a pegada, a removal? They try to go out there and get someone off the yard using weaponry or maybe just hands-on, and they get knocked out, right? They're the ones that get the roles reversed, turned on them, and smashed on. Have you ever seen that happen, bro? And how does it go down? And what's the repercussions for that action? Well, the answer is simple. Yes, I've seen it gone down a gang of times. I've seen a lot of removals, participated in them. They suck, right? All the way around, especially if the guy is slightly innocent, but you're trying to prove him guilty. Then it's messed up, right? But if the guy has to go, if he has a bad case, if he slid through the cracks, you gotta go. You gotta go, right? But what happens when people reverse the roles and knock someone out, smash them? Well, here's a couple stories about them incidences that went down, man. And it kind of sucked, right? At least it sucked for the guy who got socked up. So I'm on the compound, I'm in the fucking building, and I could see the motions going, right? Once you've been a part of a removal, you've participated in it, and believe I participated in one in Tracy, as well as one in Corcoran prison, then you already know what it is. You see the movement, you see the shifting in the bodies and the way the eyes are locking and things of that nature. You know it's about to go down. Someone on this yard is going to get removed. So the Wood brothers had their coffee that morning, and I could tell there was some motion in the ocean. Something was going on in the Pacific, to be specific. They were about to get off, right? Now, you could tell by the way they were acting, if you're aware and you're in the know, that it wasn't going to be against any opposition. They weren't arming up, brother. They weren't getting ready to get off, but they were going to do a removal. So, of course, the homies got together on the yard. We said, hey, watch these white guys because they're acting funny. They're about to do something to some of their people, and it's going to be an ugly situation, right? And usually when the Woods or the Skins get off on one of their own and do a removal, they lay the demo down. It's pretty treacherous, right? There's going to be sangre everywhere. Because their group is not so big, they always want to let everyone know, the adversaries, the opposition, that they don't fuck around. Okay, that's what prison is. If you're able to instill fear in the other group, the enemy, they'll think twice about messing with you, right? So the Woods have always set that foundation down that when they do something, they do it to the fullest. They send a couple hitters, man, with weapons, big old Conan the fucking barbarian swords. And one of them's Red Sonja, the other one is Conan, and they get their barbarianization on, right? Usually they leave someone fucked off. Pretty bad. And so when the whites are doing a removal, everyone kind of just stays out their way and watches. It's popcorn time. It's for once the North Enders are not doing a removal, or the Southsiders, right? So this particular day, there was a guy, I guess they had in question in bad standings for whatever reason. You don't get involved really in other people's business, especially if they're a different ethnicity, a different Ranfla car group, however you want to say it. It's all the same shit, right? You don't get involved. And you'll probably never know. So in this situation, this guy was in bad standings for whatever reason, and they were about to fucking smack him. Now, this guy wasn't a very big dude, right? In fact, he was a sloppy dude, okay? One of those dudes that always had mustard stains on his t-shirt when we didn't even have mustard in the sack lunch. Where the mustard came from, one never knows, does one. Package time. But this guy, I remember, he was like sluggish. We used to call him Sluggish Ruggish Bone. He used to come out to the yard. He had a goofy haircut, always dirty. Just was on different time. He was in a different time zone. Now, one thing about prison, I've said it time and time again, you got to be professional, okay? You got to dress a certain way. Just be clean, okay? That's all anyone asks for. No one's trying to smell caca all day. It's bad enough they have to smell it in their cell. They don't want to have to catch a whiff of that bullshit on the yard as well. It's fucked up, man. Going to the yard and a vato walks by and he smells like straight sobacos. You ever been in Walmart, standing next to some hippie and the vato smells like straight, a garbage dump? You're like, damn, bro, hell no, I don't even want almond rokas no more, right? It's all bad. Makes you wiggle up out of the candy aisle, right? For reals. And he's helping you out, not to get heart failure, but at the same time, like, fuck, bro, I like my Zuzus and my Wham Whams, and you toe that up. To this day, I can't think of a Butterfinger the same. Walked by some dude, he was grabbing a Butterfinger, I was grabbing the Butterfinger, I caught a whiff of the stiff shit, and I said, oh, hell no. To this day, I go Baby Ruth route, right? So now, this was one of them guys, like we used to call him, Sluggish Ruggish Bone or Mustard Stain. So Mustard Stain's out there, and this goofy motherfucker, right, was one of the ones they were going to utilize to do the removal. And I already knew what time it was. When you have a homeboy in prison that's not up to par, he's not necessarily a bad homie. He might have a good case, be solid as fuck, decent, but he just can't get his shit together, right? Usually the powers that may be, and this goes for any group, he's going to be the one that's on frontline status. They're going to be like, hey, homie, kid, watch out, come here. Let me get at you, Wood. Brother. Yeah, what is that, right? Yeah, so the way it works out today is it's your time. It's your time to shine, brother. Come on, brother, stick together. We're the Goonies, right? And they're going to use this vato like sloth, and hey, you guys are going to get rid of them. Because they're killing two birds with one stone. You know what I mean? Take your mustardy ass to the hole, and at the same time, you're going to do a pegada for us, a removal, and so there we go. The winners are, right? And then, of course, they usually send a couple shooters, which are young, woods, and this happens in every group, man. A removal's not going to usually happen by just one person, because it's been known that one person would get the knife. The guy that takes the knife out his ass can get it snatched from him and put right back up his ass, right? And unless you're Wes Watson and you enjoy them things, right? Not many others do. He's unique. He's the unicorn of the 4-yard, right? So they had Sluggish Ruggish and, of course, a couple other youngsters. Now, Sluggish Ruggish, Mustard, he was about to be the hitter. Hitter means that he was going to be the one with the piece. And that's usually how it happens. Now, if it's someone that's very dangerous and treacherous, usually they'll shoot a couple hitters at him with pieces coming from each side, so that way they make sure that they get this guy. But usually in any type of removal, it's going to be one hitter and a couple people that just stay on him, meaning they're just bombers. They're going to bomb on him. So that's how this was set up. Now, the guy that they were supposed to hit was a very well-known character from another yard that had fucked up over there somehow, some way. Again, like I said, we don't know exactly what led up to it, but he was on the shit list, right? And Wood, he didn't have no coffee coming. It was going to be bad. So this vato gets to the yard, or he's on the yard that day, and it's going to be that day. Now, we were aware something was going on with the woods, the skins, but we weren't quite sure when. That's the thing. Everybody knows something's popping, but don't no one know the exact time. It's like the Bible. You don't know the exact time he's coming, right? But he's coming, and that's a fact. So Mustardy is walking around the yard with a couple little youngsters, right? Same old program. They're way far away from where the wind's blowing their way. And they're walking. He's just, look at the guy in the thumbnail. That's why I used that picture. Looked exactly like him, right? Funny fucking crew cut. Chueco-ass fucking wife beater that was holding on like in Vogue, barely hanging on, and didn't want to be there. And so now these guys are all walking. And the dude who they're supposed to hit was supposedly somebody who was striving to be in the brand at one point, right? But whatever. So they're going to fucking smack this guy. So they hit him right at yard recall. Now, usually that's what happens. At yard recall is when a lot of the pegadas go down because vatos are trying to conduct business on the yard. So it makes no sense to hit someone right when yard starts because at the same time, that's going to mess up everybody's program. Everyone's trying to wheel, deal. So you got vatos bringing out sacks of cantina in their laundry bag. There's just a lot going on, man. And when you start to fuck up anyone else's program in prison, that's when people get hostile, mad, upset. It's like, damn, bro, I had fucking 2 speed sticks coming, homie, and you fucked that up. I'm gonna kill you, right? When you think about it, wow, over 2 speed sticks? Yes, 2 speed sticks, right? It's that serious. So most groups, any group who's seasoned and knows what time it is gonna leave that shit alone. They're gonna let the yard play out, handle their business, conduct their business. Yard's gonna go down. You're gonna be stuck out there for another half hour to 45 minutes till they figure out who they're supposed to snatch up. And then they're gonna fucking not resume yard, but slam everyone back, do more proper investigation, and hopefully your group's able to come back out, or you got a lockdown coming for a minute. You're not gonna be up in it, right? So everyone tries to get their last yard on, and that's just the way it is. Now, I always wondered, why not just do the pegada in the beginning? Fuck, fuck what everyone else is talking about. Don't even let them get down. Just fucking handle your business. And, what they don't see, they can't be mad at. That's it. Hey, what you don't know won't hurt you. So if they don't know the yard that day, it won't hurt them that day. But, I would think, you could catch vatos off guard because everybody knows the program. It's the same old damn thing. Removal, yard recall. Removal, yard recall, right? It's always like that. During yard recall, I swear, this is facts. Anyone who's been on a 4-yard or a 3-yard will tell you. During yard recall, vatos are like this. Con un pinche towel around their neck. Looking. I don't give a fuck if you're the most solid individual. You don't got no smut on your name. You're just a stone cold killer. You're like this. Fuck. Hey, youngster, get away from me, Holmes. Get away from me with that thing that's sticking out of your ass. Fuck you, right? That's just because you never know when your day's going to come. In prison, that's the cold part about going out to that yard every day, is you never know. Someone could have dicked you up, dirty macked you, politicked you in the back, and then next thing you know, you're getting fucking drugged all around that yard. 2 youngsters fucking crazy. Both of them doing 18 months, willing to turn it into 25 years. And best believe, there's a lot of soldados from every group willing. Their hands are raised at all times. They want to do that. They're striving. They're trying to be that one, right? Literally, this is what happens. They do their pegada, and 99% of them go to the back and fall off. Stop gangbanging because, they're going to get a new DA referral, and they don't want that smoke. Right? Or the other half, they go on to become somebody, and then they get to another prison, and they get dirty politicking. Now, next thing you know, hey, you hear what happened to the little homie? Which one? The one that fucking cut dude up? Nah. Yeah, they meta-flighted him. What happened, bro? I don't know, bro. He got there, and that was someone's carnal, and sas. That's how it goes, right? Not in all cases, but I've seen it happen. So anyways, back to Mustard, right? So Mustard and these 2 youngsters are walking around the yard. Typical day, nice day, hot day, right? Summertime blues. Summertime blues. And this dude's out there, and I think he's aware. He's aware that his time's coming, man. Whatever they had discussed, talked about in their junta, or whatever Wheelas flew, the word on the curb later on that I heard was one of his cellies or somebody slid him one of those Wheelas and let him know, hey, bro, they're gunning for you. They're going to remove you. And that's the last thing you want, is to give someone a heads up. Because usually he's going to flight first. He's going to take the initiative to put his fucking dirty Mac down, because who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? There's 2 types of people in this world. There's one that will fucking smack you if you're going to come after them. No, it's you, or me. No, it's you. Puto, right? And then there's another one that will lock it up. Walk to the program office hella slow, and then, I gotta go. Fucking my heart, right? And they'll have a heart attack all of a sudden. Okay, he wasn't one of them guys. And he had major hands. And we were about to see this on the yard and laugh, but not at the same, laughing, but at the same time, okay, wow, right? So, yard recall, hey, get ready. Everyone's starting to walk towards their buildings. So that's what happens on yard recall. You got several buildings, and everyone just starts dispersing towards their building. You stand in front of your building. Usually, the placa in the tower inside your building, and will pop the door, and people are just walking in to their compa. But sometimes they'll make you stand outside just a little bit before the cop fucking, they figure out what they're going to do. It's all different. So, as this dude's walking to his compa, he relaxes a little bit because he's like, okay, I made it. I'm already in front of my building. They ain't going to do nothing in front of the building, right? Shit. So, Stinky Mustard is right there waiting, right? With these 2 kids, like I said, 1 on each side, but at least 5 feet apart. And boom, they're on this dude, right? And Mustardy is fucking going for gusto, right? And he swings, and like a baboso when he swings, because he's so sloppy, right? He goes to hit this dude. That dude just moves and catches him. Boom. And Mustard scrapes one of the youngsters that's coming in, right? And that youngster's like, ow, right? And so the other youngster's hitting dude turns around and drops Mustard. Boom! Picks up the piece and starts hitting one of the youngsters. The other youngster, he's in shock because he just got his whole elbow cap pilt backwards by fucking Sluggish Ruggish. Big fat boy is fucking, hey, you ruined my shirt, right? And he's fucking stumbling all over the place. And this other youngster is getting fucking smashed on by the dude they were supposed to remove. This dude they were supposed to remove beat all three of their asses at the same time very bad, right? Look it. When I seen them taking, this is how bad he beat them. That cop down, everyone gets down. The Woods are over there like, fuck these dudes, brother. No cop, right? They're all mad because their homies just got their asses whooped by the target, right? Look, usually when you're in a fight, you get fucking smashed. You know, you leak a little bit or whatever, and later on you get puffy. No, this dude was hitting these fuckers so hard, they already all had black eyes. By the time that they cuffed them, and these incidents they happen fast. It's not like something happens fucking for 15, 20 minutes straight. Nah, 30 seconds. It seems like forever, eternity, right? Calvin Klein, but it's not. Really, in real life, it's 30 seconds in, out, in. Boom. Like Wes Watson, putting a pack of cigarettes up his asshole. It's just very fast, right? And very lucid. So, literally. So, fucking, these guys are walking past. The IGI comes, snatches them up. The cops, right? And as they're walking them past to take him to AdSeg and the medical, and these vatos went to AdSeg via medical. The other vato just went straight to AdSeg. He's walking around like, white power, brother, right? Like, I'm still with the shenanigans. They take him straight to AdSeg, and he was the victim. These three guys are already all fucked up. Black eyes look like they've had the black eyes for a month. It's already turning yellow. I was like, fuck. This vato fast-tracked them. He knocked their asses into the future. Straight great Scots, right? Fuck that, Marty McFly. They found us. I don't know how, but they found us. Who? The Libyans, right? Their vato was fucked up. And I remember laughing with the homies. So, I wanted to tell another quick little story since we have a little bit of time. There's a homeboy named Soldier Boy from 6th Street, Stockton. Small homie right there, man. People have always asked me question after question, Gun, who was the best fighter you ever seen in prison, youth authority, anytime, anywhere, UFC, anything. And I always say without hesitation, I don't even skip a beat. I always say Soldier Boy from 6th Street, Stockton. Legendary hands, okay? When I say legendary hands, put those motherfuckers on the Mount Rushmore of hands. Right in between fucking Tyson and, I was about to say De La Hoya, but he wears women's clothing. In between Tyson and Muhammad Ali, right? Devonta has hands. Like he's never not knocked anyone out. Meaning every person I've ever seen him fight, or anyone has ever seen him fight, he knocks him out. So for some reason or another, man, I don't know the full story, but what I heard was he's in Tracy prison and his name is put in bad standings, right? And it happens to the best of us. There'll be some solid ass homeboy that, fuck, what did he do? But if I know Soldier like I know Soldier, man, he don't take shit from no one. And he wasn't one of those people that was easily led. Okay, I always wondered about him my whole life, and we just chopped it up a while back. He's locked up again, but I always wondered, like, how's that vato gonna function? He don't take shit from nobody. Like, you can't tell him what to do. He's not that type. He's like, what? I said, what? I remember that's so. I'll just beat you up, right? So I guess whatever happens, and he's in Tracy, and the homeboys decide that they're gonna send some shooters on him to move on him, right? On the tier. From what I heard from various sources, a gang of homeboys that were there, they said, bro, that was an infamous day. I said, well, what happened? They said, they already knew Soldier has major hands. He's tall, he's big, he's a beast, right? Said, man, I don't know what they were thinking, bro, but they sent like 6 motherfuckers at him, bro. He knocked every one of them out, threw one of them over the tier, fucking dragged another one into the cell, beat the hell out of him for a little while, threw him back on the tier, dragged the other one in. I was like, damn! Right? And I've told the story before, man. Fred C. Nellis, facts, 100%, man. There was a vato there from Orange County. Shout out to Orange County, by the way, man. They support the gun in a major way. But a vato gets there from OC, and he's a resident. A resident Southsider, meaning he's not really clicked up or part of a barrio, but he's just a resident Southsider, meaning he's from Southern California. He's Mexicano, so he's going to roll with them anyways. But this vato was striving. He wanted to be from a gang called F Troop, right? He wanted to participate in the shenanigans at a different level. And he was a big boy. I remember his chest. We used to say, damn, that vato got Neston. He must have been in Preston, right? He came in, that motherfucker, his name was Tigre. He was walking like he was fucking harder than Jesus Christ himself, right? And as he walks in, I was like, oh, this guy's going to be a problem. This guy's going to be a problem right here. He's a super, right? He's a super sureño. So that wasn't a name that was given to people as disrespectful. That just meant this Valto's fucking, he's going to have issues. Sure enough, he walks up to us, man. He's there a couple of days. The homeboys are all looking. So we said, okay, he's going to call someone out. That was the program there. New Southsiders would get in the building. They had to call one of us out, to stay, to prove that they fucking were with the business. So we know it's coming. Who's it going to be? Probably me. I always get the shitty end of the stick, right? So this Valto comes and he's like, hey, and it's me and Soldier Boy sitting right there. And Soldier Boy's big, knockout artist. And I'm like, I turn around, I already know. I'm like, what's up? He's like, hey, I said, nah, not you. I said him. Soldier Boy's bumping. So, I said, what? He's off his Phil Collins, right? And Valto's like, hey, Holmes. And Soldier Boy goes, well, you talking to me? He takes his headphone off. Valto's like, yeah, I'm trying to see you in the cell. Soldier Boy starts laughing. He's like, fuck, bro, you fucked. You know you done fucked up, right? You know what I mean? Hey, I said 12, right? So he goes, here, Holmes, hold my phone. Pause my shit. Don't even play it, bro. It's going to be that quick. Gets up, walks around the short wall, goes in the cell, and everybody's looking. And we hear, boom, boom, boom. Soldier Boy puts his head out the door and he goes, and the cops doing their own thing, right? He goes, and there's a Southsider there, Grumpy from 18, I remember, and he's like, what's up, Bess? And he says, hey, I just knocked your homie out. Shuts the door. Comes walking out, he says, I just woke him up. That Valto came out of the cell like, you said he had a glass jaw. He was leaking, right? Facts, right? They end up becoming cool. They were on the yard chopping it up, and everyone became cool with Soldier. He just had hands like that. But anyways, the fact is that they tried to remove him in Tracy, and it didn't quite work out well. Now, what happens after the fact? Okay, well, I'm going to tell you what happens. Just because the Valto won the fight and the homies weren't able to fucking do what they wanted to do, or the Woods weren't able to do what they wanted to do, the guy's still gone. He's still not welcome back to the yard. Now, I have seen some guys, like Powder from P9, right, go back to the yard several times, and then it doesn't work out quite well for them, right? They're not going to fuck up the second. Fool me once, but you can't fool me twice. Ain't that right, Bush? Valtos ain't going to get fooled twice. They're going to fucking make sure that they send fucking the biggest fucking, they're going to send Count Dracula on you to bite your neck. Valtos ain't playing, right? You're not going to make the home team look stupid twice. Anyway, so that's what happens. The Valto's still in bad standing. It doesn't mean, oh shit, he won the fight, so he's cool now. Doesn't work out that way. It just means the Valtos who fucking try to do it get laughed at and clowned on whatever yard they go to for a long time. And the Valto fucking is a target wherever he goes. So I hope that answers the question. Couple stories for the morning time. I got a banger this afternoon. Make sure you tap in. I appreciate all the support I've been getting. Thank you guys so much. With that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. Get every single thing that you want coming. And remember, at the end of the day, it's all about the strive, the struggle, the struggle, the strive. We're going to continue to do what we do right here on the Collective Clips and make shit happen, man. And it's all because of you, like a Neil song. I couldn't do it alone, man. With that being said, thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, strive for what I truly believe in, and that's the betterment of all people. Coming together, no Wes Watson, not like butt cheeks. Hey, Wes Watson Wednesday. It's hump day. He loves hump day. Really, especially when he's doing it to himself. And that's just the way it is, man. Shout outs, respects to everyone out there. Them's jokes, y'all. Them's jokes. You ever seen soap run down the crack of a man's ass? Ask Wes Watson. He'll tell you. Bang, bang.